In talk therapy, there's a lot of discussion about what can I do differently? How can I learn how to be um, more relationship oriented with my spouse and my children? And all of those skills are really important to learn and really great. And one thing that makes relational life therapy different is that we recognize that there's actually a part of us that won't use those skills when we're triggered. All of those skills go out the window. Now, we actually have different brain states that correspond with different parts of our brain. And first of all, we have the prefrontal cortex, which is the wise adult part of us. And that part doesn't actually develop until 26 years of age. So if you have a difficult teenager, don't worry. They're still developing that part of their brain that can think clearly and respond. But there are other parts of our brain that sometimes can hijack the prefrontal cortex and can really wreak havoc in our relationships. For example, we have the wounded child, which is this actually is brain science, where this part of the brain will show activation. And this is the part of us at a really, really young age, really just wants to cry, just wants to be held, and and needs comfort. But in between the wise adult and the wounded child, we have what we call the adaptive child. And this is the more central part of the brain. It will show up on brain scans when it's activated. And this is where we tend to go when we're highly triggered. And this is a part of us that developed when we were young, when the wounded child had to function in the environment. And so this is kind of a child's version of what an adult would have done in that situation. And so we create these adaptations to be able to function and get through the difficult situations that we were facing. And the problem is that sometimes in our relationships, these adaptive child parts take over. And actually, in our society, a lot of people have lived most of their adult life in an adaptive child part because our society really rewards it, but it really does a number on relationships. And so in relational life therapy, we work with the different parts, those different brain states, and we help the wise adult learn to stay in charge when that adaptive child rises up and is like, oh, I got this, I know how to handle this. And we help the wise adult be able to calm that child part down and say, no, actually, I am better equipped to handle this. And that's how we really make change in not only in our relationships, but in ourselves. And as we learn to do this, our relationships thrive. And that's why relational life therapy is known for deep character change. Not just teaching skills, not just helping us work through the fight we're having in the moment, but actually creating deep change of character. And if you'd like to learn more about this, I have a relationship guide or a communication guide for your relationships, and that you can pick up for free at my website, vana.coach.